Hey everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you guys on how to make a ghost using an ordinary image that you choose to do here. This is all using Photoshop. It's quite simple, it's quite fun. It only involves two filters and 6 layers here. So really quick here, I'm going to show you guys on how to do this step by step. First thing you want to do is choose your victim. After your victim is chosen here, you're going to upload it here. Here's your background layer. Your next step here, I want to create another layer here. Duplicate this. There's a couple ways to do this. With your mouse, you want to click and hold your background, bring it down to your new layers button here in your layers panel. You will now have a new layer here. With this new layer here activated, I want to desaturate this. Desaturate is going to take all of the color out of this image and turn it into black and white. So what you want to do here, up top here in your menu bar, go up to Image, Adjustments, Desaturate. Bingo! I now have a black and white image. Before I move on here really quick, I want to name this layer so we don't get confused. I'm just going to call it BW for black and white. Now next here, I want to make my third layer really quick here that I didn't show you before here. To quickly make a new layer, you can hold down Command J, and I now have a new layer. With this new layer, third layer here activated, I want to apply a filter, a motion blur filter. So up top here in your menu, click Filter, Blur, find Motion Blur. Here we go. Now I have a new dialog window that opened up here. You can play around here with the distance to your liking, increase, decrease. I like it, I find best at 40 pixels. Make sure your angle is 0 degree. Click OK. I now have a new filter applied. Now with this still layer activated, I want to clean up her eyes a little bit. In order to do that, I need to create a mask. So down here in your layers panel here, right down here is going to make you a mask. Click it. Make sure your new mask here is highlighted. Go over to your panel, click your paintbrush. Always make sure your foreground color is white because that's going to refill underneath this filter. So now I'm going to click and hold down and clean up her eye here, as you can see. Go over to the other one. And if you want, do the mouth, do the lips a little bit here. There we go. Okay, next I want to make another layer, but I want to condense all three in these layers together. So a little shortcut on your keyboard here, you want to hold down Command, Option, Shift, E. I now have a new layer. Really quick here, I want to retrace my steps. I want to go back down to my third layer here, and I want to name this one Motion Blur. There we go, just so we don't get confused. So okay, I'm going to go back up here, up top to my fourth layer here, and I'm still going to work on her eyes. I want to do a new filter, a lens flare filter. So up top in your menu bar, you go up to Filter, go to Render, Lens Flare. Now, the brightness here, I like to tone it down a little bit. I feel about 49, 50% will work. 105 millimeter prime. And now with your mouse, see this little cross, the little glowing ball of light? I want to click and drag that down over her eyeball. Release your mouse, click OK. There we go. I now have a lens flare applied here to her eye. I want to do this again for her other eye, so go up to Filter, Render, Lens Flare. Again, I'm going to click and drag this little glowing ball of light over to our other eye. Release it. Click OK. There we go. Now have a new filter applied, a lens flare filter to our eyes. I'm going to name this layer here lens flare. Okay, next step is another new layer here. I'm going to add a little bit of color to this image here to give it a little creepy effect. So I'm going to go up to my menu bar, up to layer, new layer fill, new fill layer, sorry. Go to solid color. Your color, drop down. I'm going to choose, I'll do green. Your mode, I want to change it from normal down to color. And your occupancy, I don't know, 49, bump it up a little bit. 56% will do. Now here with my little color wheel, I want to drag that up to a green shade of color here. Click a green, click OK. There we go. I now have a new green colored filter here. Now next, what I want to do is add a gradient tool here. So I'll go up to your layer, new fill layer, gradient. With this window here, I just want to drop the occupancy down. 55% will do, so I'll click OK. With your gradient, drop this down. Now I want to choose your black and white, so click black and white. Click outside of the box. The style, I want to change this to radial. Your angle, keep it at 90 degrees. Scale, I don't know. You can choose any to your liking here. I'll just keep it there at 176%. Click reverse. Click OK. There you go. I now have a ghostly image of a girl here. I'll show you. You got your 6 layers here. My gradient fill, my color fill, my lens flare, motion blur, black and white, and my original background picture that I chose. There you guys go. You now have a ghostly image. Hope you enjoyed it.